Hey guys, this is Bebe872 and this time we'll talk about the new meta tier list for patch 13.3. Now, the biggest change that was made to this patch was to make Gadgeteens useful. So they gave damage reduction and bonus damage to Gadgeteen units. This made rolling at level 6 for an Annie 2-star and a Zoe 1-star much more stronger than it used to be, and also made the Gadgeteen augments, which allows you to get 5 Gadgeteens faster, to be much more consistent as well too. I tried out this deck multiple times, and it's very strong at stage 3 and 4, but it falls off very hard after stage 5 when the opponents get their 4 cost 2 stars, or maybe their 5 cost 1 2 stars online. That's when it starts getting weak. At that point, you do need to get either Nunu or have your own 4 cost 2 star like Soraka or Echo to go for the fight. But if you roll at 6, if you roll at level 6 at stage 3 to get a Gadgeteen deck online, you probably won't have the money to make that happen. So it's very safe to get maybe 3rd place to 6th place in average. You do not be disappointed if you get 6th. Usually that's what this strategy is supposed to give you in general, depending on your rolls in RNG. But still, I feel it's a very viable deck at this point because it's much more consistent than it used to be. You can also go for other AP decks like Soraka or LeBlanc along the way because you don't really need to force only Gadgeteens. Other compositions are just as viable. Now, for this patch, there are now 4 guaranteed hero augment rerolls. It means that you can reroll 4 times for free when picking a hero augment. So going for 2 cost 3-star reroll decks are insanely strong and very common to see. The most popular ones are Lee Sin, Draven, and Vi. I put Yumi in there as well too, but Lee Sin, Draven, and Vi are the best ones to look for. You want to go for Cleansing Safeguard and Unrelenting Force on Vi and Lee Sin because it makes them unkillable. If you give them 10 items, they do not die. You would need a significant strong composition, at least 5 cost, 2 5 cost 2-star with full damage atomization level to kill it, otherwise it will not die. League of Draven or the other like a Draven augment which gives you more damage are both viable as well too. So going for a Lee Sin tank composition into maybe Hearts, going for a Draven carry composition, going for a Vi underground reroll, or going for the Yumi reroll deck with Nyla and Rel and so on is very strong in this particular meta, and we will keep seeing them for that reason. Now if you go on to like a 3 cost carries are the ones that I like the most. For example, Jax is only strong with range. You need to have skill weapons, righteous range, or double rapid fire cannons, or anything that gives Jax range and give him full damage atomizations. We gave him Jewel Gauntlet and Quicksilver here, but it can also be like stuff like Giant Slayers, no problemo. In this case, Jax is really strong because he can safely attack from a distance, and the biggest downside with Jax is that since he's melee, if he just melee attacks the enemy, he just melts down instantly, and you lose your like a DPS carry. No other brawler can do damage. With skill weapons, I do recommend going for 2 Jaxes on the board, so you can put 2 Jax units, and they can both start smacking because they do a lot of damage. Jax was also buffed in this patch because he does have an AP ratio, so I do not think Jax is bad whatsoever, but you do need skill weapons. If you without skill weapons, Jax is not a good unit to go for. Zoe with Heart and Blue buff is still very strong since Gadgeteers were buffed as well too. I mean Gadgeteens, apologies. And Kaisa is very strong with Statics and Guins as always. So recon threats, always consistent. Jax is a bit more better. Zoe is also a bit more better too. So actually going for 3 cost carries can be a very safe way to get top 4, no problemos. And now if you go back to the 4 cost carries, it's just the same. I think going for, Laser Corp, 6 Laser Corp Z with Edge of Night and Quicksilver for survivability, a Velvet carry into, I don't know, threat level maximum with pure threats, or just adding a Velvet in any composition actually also works as well too, or going for Samir sure shots into IE, Last Whispers, and Hexen Gunblade will be just as strong as the previous patch. This patch has a lot more viable 3 costs, so a lot more people are rolling at level 6 to find 3 cost 2 stars for a very safe placement, but if you're still trying to fight for 1st and 2nd, then going for 4 cost 2 stars and adding in 5 cost 2 stars is still very reliable regardless. So this is what it looks like for the current patch. I did not write a 5 cost and 1 cost carries because they're too situational. You need specific augments into specific atomizations, and we don't see them as often, so we'll cover that in a different video. That is going to be it. Hope this information and video is helpful, and I will see you guys next time. Good luck in this patch.